Welcome to another edition of HR Real Talk. I'm Sanaa, Chief Girlfriend with HR Girlfriends, and today I've got an awesome guest with me. I have Lamont of Lamonte G Photography. He is the resident photographer for HR Girlfriends. In fact, the photo that so many recognize me in on my LinkedIn profile was done by Lamont. So I brought Lamont on today because I'm noticing a trend and I'm a little concerned. Lately, I've been on LinkedIn a lot more than usual, and I'm noticing that the photos on LinkedIn on profiles are questionable. Everything from car shots, selfie shots, to cropped out photos, those things are just not acceptable. And so I brought Lamont here to bring some expertise to the matter. So I guess I want to start, Lamont, by thanking you for being here.
Thank you, Sanaa, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. And then let's get right into it. Why does a professional need a headshot?
Well, that's a really, really good question. And so when we look at the way social media is today and the effect that it's having on our lives, branding, marketing, and advertising, they're not just for companies anymore. Social media has become so important that our personal and our business online presence are now connected. So just like what we say or the image that we post online in a social setting can get us fired, the same is true when we brand and market ourselves the right way. It gets us noticed and it can get us hired. The thing is, many people look good on paper. We have the skills, the experience, the degrees, the certifications, the community involvement, and it all looks great on paper. But the disconnect happens when folks go to look at our image to perceive who we are, and they see images of folks in cars, like you said. We see images of people cropped out, but those images aren't really communicating something. People do that because they think that an image is about, or a headshot is about what you look like. I believe that it's beyond that. It's about communicating something to the viewer. So if you can have a headshot that really communicates something, that really captures the attention of the viewer, of the person who's hiring you, then it's a great match for the skills and experience that you have in writing. And so what I do is I help people create images and capture images that really reflect who they are on paper. So it's a complete package when they go to market themselves and advertise themselves online.
That makes perfect sense to me. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily felt that was why I needed a headshot. I just knew that when I started HR Girlfriends, I wanted to put my best foot forward, and I knew my iPhone shots were not going to get it. And what I've learned in working with you is just that my picture says so many things about who I am, about my demeanor, my intentions. It really, in my opinion, and the opinion of others who've commented, really matches what I'm saying I can do as a professional. So that's so critical. Right. But now let's get to the price. So what's the average cost for a headshot? And let's talk about the return on investment.
All right. So listen, you can find a photographer out there to do headshots for less than $100. But the question is that the type of photographer that you're looking for? Photographers who do what I do are roughly around the range of $200 to $500. But it all depends on the package that they have. Much like a company invests in advertising, we as professionals need to invest in our own advertising and our own marketing. So it's important for us to really look for a photographer that's going to capture who we are. Now, how do you do that? There's two phases of it. The first phase is finding the person online, looking at their online portfolio. So you want to ask questions like, is there communication in their images? Are there just photos of people's faces? Are the images consistent? do people really stand out in their headshots? And then the second one is, once you call the photographer, are they asking questions about you, or are they really talking about themselves and what they do? A good photographer is going to is going to question who you are. They're trying to get to know who you are, so when they bring you into the studio, they can reflect that, or what you're trying to communicate in an image. So those are the ways that you select select a headshot photographer. Now, return on investment. Listen, there are companies who don't have a lot of money, and what they do is they get advertising at 3 a.m. in the morning when practically nobody's watching. So that's because that's the budget that they have. But for companies who really want to see a return on investment when they go to advertise, you're going to see them on Super Bowl night, or you're going to see them prime time Thursday night, because they know that's when most people are watching. So again, you want a photographer that's going to invest in you're going to invest in a photographer that's going to really hone in on who you are as a professional. So when you go to market yourselves, you get noticed like that. It's really encouraging to me when, after I do a headshot session with somebody and I connect with them on LinkedIn, I see that announcement that comes up that says so-and-so just started a new position at a job. And it makes me believe, or helps me understand, that a part of them getting that job was that headshot.
Absolutely. So we talked about the range being from 200 to 500. And I know you're doing something incredibly awesome for the HR Girlfriends viewers. So tell us what that looks like.
All right. So what I'm doing is, one of the things that I've realized is that investment for some folks, especially when you're looking for a job, is really hard to come up with. So what I've decided to do is do mini sessions. I've worked with Sanaa in the past at a few events where we were able to capture headshots, and I'm going to take that same concept. It's a 15-minute headshot session where you come in, I teach you how to communicate what you want communicated in your image, and we bang it out in maybe 15 shots. You take a look at the shots as they come up. We select an image, we retouch it, and we get it to you. So I'm doing mini sessions, and those mini sessions are only $100. And this mini session promotion is good until April the 15th.
Tax time. I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so how many images do they get?
So it comes with one image. And when you get that image, it's in square, landscape, and a portrait format, so that for the various websites or where you need to upload your images, social media pages, you'll have it for those different in those different formats. You'll also get the print ready version just in case you need it for marketing materials. Retouching is separate. It's $25 for the retouching. But you also get that expression coaching, which is really important, because what I do with my clients is I lead them or teach them how to express or how to emote what they're trying to get across to their viewer.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. And so what if I like more than one of the shots you've taken?
If you like more than one of the shots, you're welcome to get an additional shot. We'll work out the pricing above that once we if that's what you want.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, Lamonte, how can they reach out to you to get those shots, and where are you located?
So I'm located in Baltimore, in Towson, Baltimore. You can reach me at 443-630-5355, or you can reach out to me. My email address is lamonte@lamontgphotography.com, and my website address is www.lamontgphotography.com.
And that is Lamonte with an E on the end.
Right.
And so Lamonte G Photography. Thank you so much for your time, Lamonte. I definitely always appreciate your information and insight on headshots and photography. And hopefully you can join me again and tell me how the mini headshots went and how many profiles and job changes we have tallied on this process.
That sounds good, Sanaa. I just wanted to share one other thing before we go. Would I be able to share my screen with you?
Yes, you can.
All right, so give me 1 second here. All right, here we go. I just wanted to share my screen so folks can kind of see what I do. So this is a typical headshot on LinkedIn. She has a smile, but she looks a little reserved. She doesn't look like she really wants to take this headshot. We were able to get her at an event, and bam, that's the headshot that we were able to do. So you can see there's a difference between night and day. Here's another headshot. A great smile. She looks a little timid and actually a little surprised, but we were able to get her in, to do some expression coaching and get her a great headshot. Here's another one. Now, Andi really doesn't like to smile, but again, there's really no communication in the image. She just looks like, okay, you got to take a picture of me. Here you go.
Right.
But then we were able to do some expression coaching, and bam, she's not a big smiler. You can see that, but still an image that really communicates something, and she just loves this image. So this is what I'm able to do with folks when we work together.
Oh, that is awesome. That is way awesome, because you can absolutely see the before and after. Thank you so much for that, because I think, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and seeing these examples is pretty cool. So Lamont, I want to thank you so much for bringing insight into the photography and headshot concepts. And so hopefully we can get some mini shots in for those who are interested, and we'll reach back out to you and talk more things photography.
Thank you so much, Sana.
All right, take care.
Take care.